Hi guys, so today I wanted to do a video talking about the Sabbats and Esbats. So a Sabbat is any of the 8 neo-pagan holidays that celebrate the changing of the season. And the Sabbats all follow the story of the god and the goddess in Wicca. But if you are a Dianic Wicca, then the story is actually different because they don't have a god. They predominantly worship goddesses. So for that story, you will have to stay tuned for when I make a video about Dianic Wicca. Yule takes place December 21st to December 23rd. This is the winter solstice. This is the time of the longest nights and the shortest days. So this is the time when darkness has taken over and we light candles and fires to welcome the goddess because she is resting from giving birth to the god. In Bullock takes place February 1st. This is when the goddess begins to stir in her sleep and the god is gaining strength and warming up the earth. Ostera takes place March 23rd. This is the spring equinox. The goddess has awoke and the days are now equal to the nights and the light will soon take over the darkness. Beltane takes first May 1st. This is the last day of spring and the goddess is getting married to the god, so this is when they are mating because this is when all the animals mate, or most. Litha takes place June 20th to June 23rd and this is the summer solstice. It is the first day of summer and the nights will become longer as the god gains power. Lungasad takes place August 1st. It's the celebration of the harvest, but the god is slowly dying and the goddess is watching in sorrow. Mabon takes place September 20th to September 23rd. It is the autumn equinox. Darkness has taken over the light and the god has died. Samhain takes place October 31st. This is when the veil between the living and the dead is at its thinnest due to the god dying and spirits are able to visit us. So these are the 8 Sabbats, and I would just like to clarify, when I say takes place like September 20th to September 23rd, for example, that doesn't mean that it's a 3-day long celebration. It just means depending on the year, the equinox or the solstice might be on different days. So something I should mention is that in Wicca, the god is the sun and the goddess is the moon. So when the god dies, that is why the nights become longer than the days, because the god is the sun and he is making the sun stay out longer, but when he dies he cannot offer us as much sun, which is why the goddess is still alive and she is offering us night. So that is all the Sabbats. People tend to decorate their altars for each Sabbat, so during the summer they're gonna have like a more summerish altar. During fall, they're going to have more of a fall altar, and Esbats are another thing that some Wiccans celebrate. This is all about the moon, because the Sabbats kind of depend on the god or the sun, whereas the Esbats depend on the goddess or the moon. The Sabbats kind of follow the cycle of rebirth, life, and death. And that repeats itself every year, and that is something very important in Wicca that we all believe in, because we believe in reincarnation. So it's not like when somebody dies, that's it for them. They continue to come back. Esbats are the 13 full moons that occur every year. These are times when the moon's energy is at its strongest and it should be celebrated. January is the wolf moon, because a lot of wolves can be heard howling at this time. February is the snow moon, because the heaviest snow falls at this time. March is the worm moon, because now that the snow is melting, the worms are making their way to the surface, and robins also make their comeback. April is the pink moon. The herb moss pink, or wild ground phlox, grows around this time. May is the flower moon. Flowers bloom abundantly at this time. June is the strawberry moon. The short harvesting time of strawberries is now. July is the thunder moon. Thunderstorms are most frequent during this time. August is the sturgeon moon. Sturgeon are very popular around this time. September is the harvest moon. It's the peak of the harvest and produce begins to soon die after this. October is the hunter's moon. Hunters hunt now for deer to feed them through the winter, although this is not something that we need to do anymore because we have access to grocery stores which can supply us with food, fresh food even, all throughout the winter. November is the beaver moon. Beavers are trapped now for their warmth to get us through the winter. Although, again, this is something we do not need to do anymore because we have other materials we can use for warmth. We no longer rely on the fur of other animals. December is the cold moon, and this is the coldest time of the year. And you might be wondering, what about blue moons, if you know what a blue moon is? Blue moons are actually a second full moon that happens in a month. So if there is 2 full moons in one month, that means that one of them is a blue moon. Blue moons don't happen that often, it's only every few months, which is why there's the quote, once in a blue moon, because they don't happen that often. So blue moons are actually, some believe, to be more powerful than just regular full moons because they're so rare. Wiccans do celebrate blue moons just as much as full moons, if not more. And there's lots of things that people will do when there's full moons, like rituals, or just collecting materials like moon water, which I will have other videos on, so if you're interested in that, then just stay tuned. But for now, this is all I want to talk about because this video has gone on long enough, so I hope you guys learned some things, and I will see you in another video. Bye!